Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tap In with Tristan. We got another Fit Lab 15 segment. It's my honor to be joined by this young up and coming prospect, Mr. Trey Craig. Talk to him, Trey.
What's up, guys? Let's drop this video.
Yeah. So, Trey, man, just introduce yourself, man. Tell them what you do. You know what I mean? You know what school you're at.
All right, so my name is Trey Craig. I'm 15. I go to Pantego Christian Academy. I play baseball, and I'm on varsity basketball right now. But baseball is my sport, and I play high level baseball. Number 2 first baseman in my, and then 83 overall. So yeah, that's my sport.
So you've been balling. You've been balling, and congratulations on the accolades. But we're not done yet.
Oh yes, sir. 100%.
So I've been fortunate to develop a relationship with this man for quite some time. He's one of our Fit Lab athletes, man. So I'm really proud of him. I just want to say that before we get into this.
Thank you.
Very welcome, man. So talk to me, man. When do we even start playing the game of baseball? You mentioned basketball. So when did sports really start?
I want to say I was about 3 or 4, like when I started playing baseball, but I played football, baseball. I played pretty much everything until I was about 7 or 8. That's when I really focused on baseball. And I was still playing football, but I knew like baseball was what I wanted to do. So after that, I just started like, I wouldn't say I was working hard at 8, but like, that's when I knew what I was doing. So I became pretty good at it and just started being on the best team I could play on. And then now we're here.
What drew you to baseball over all of the sports? You know what I mean? Like baseball is a different animal, man. It's a lot of stop and start. You know what I mean? Especially as you start getting up in age, man. There's a lot of times where you get out, so you have to say, what drew you to baseball?
So my uncle, he played in the MLB. His name is Trey. So I started playing baseball because like he played baseball, and then like I grew a love for it myself, and I started loving the game and working for it. But I think I grew the love by myself.
Got you. And when did you kind of see like, man, I think I'm actually pretty good? Was it always that? Like it was kind of like natural? You still had to work, of course, or where it's like, man, I'm not that good, man, so I got to work even harder. What would you say your story was?
To me, I was always like the biggest and the strongest out there. So I want to say I was 7, and I was just like I was like destroying kids, and like it was like that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, and this is what I do want to do for the rest of my life. Yeah.
So how's the support system? How's the family feel about this, man? Who's involved?
Everybody. So my mom, she drives me to lessons all day, every day. My little sister, she not videoing, she trying to help me. Like everybody. Mike, he would drive me to lessons. Everybody's in. My grandma, everybody.
So what does that do for a young athlete such as yourself when you have that support system, man?
I mean, it just feels really good to know that everybody's rooting for me and everybody wants me to be the best I can be. And it's like it's no hate at all. Everybody just wants me to. It feels really good, like really good.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So baseball is definitely more of a mental game, would you say?
yeah, oh, yeah, 100%.
And would you say that confidence plays a big part, especially when you're starting to play the top competition? Is that
Like,
valid?
yeah, because like you going 1 for 3 is a good day. I mean, it's not the best day, but that's a good day. In other sports, that's like, come on now, like
That's a
you could
fact.
do better. But baseball, that's like okay. I mean, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So, what would you say from your experience? You know, because you're one of the top guys in the country doing this thing. You're one of the top within 5 of your position. What position do you play? First of all, what positions do you play?
I'm primary first base, but I can play third. I pitch and I can play outfield if y'all want me to. I can do it. I can do it.
You all around. You can do a little bit of everything, but your
Oh,
primary
yeah.
is first base.
Yeah.
what ties into your confidence? You know, how do we excel on these high levels playing these top competition, playing this type of competition?
For me, it's just like I don't know. Like I work so hard on like the days that I'm not playing games that when I'm in the game, it's like this is all I've been working for. Like it's just pure fun for me. So it just makes everything a lot easier having fun.
That's a big, yeah, that's a big part of it. Now, because of all of the different things that you do, does it continue to be fun, or is there a time where you're like, man, this is a lot, and this, you know, you might get a little bit of burnout, and then you like keep going? Do you ever feel that, and what would you recommend to some of the young kids by going through what you're going through?
I would just say like you're gonna get tired and you're gonna be mental some days like, do I really want to go out today? But I would just say go it, keep pushing, keep going, because you know when you step on the diamond again, or when you step on the diamond, you're gonna have fun. And as soon, like say you in a slump, as soon as you hit that ball, you're gonna remember how fun it is. So I would just say just keep pushing, just keep going, even if you don't feel like it, just keep going.
That's a fact. I like that. I like that advice. And for you, you've been on some high level teams because you're a high level player, so you're sought after. Now you've played on some teams that are in state, but you also played on some teams out of state. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I played this summer. I was fortunate enough to play with Ohio Warhawks and Carolina Elite, and those are both two major teams right now. And it
What
was
is that
like,
like? What's that
oh,
like?
it was
You're flying in or you're driving in, meeting them at the tournament, and you're meeting guys on the fly. Is there any animosity, or is it like, you know, love from the jump and we're going to get this thing done? How does that work for a select baseball young blue chipper like yourself?
for me. It was like my first time. I was just like, it was like all these kids. They just coming in and they all ballers. So we get out the field, we rocking balls. It was just so fun. And then like just knowing like all these kids are on your level and they're the best of the best too. Like I feel like that builds like trust in your players that like he's where I am and he's as just as good as I am. So we can match and you don't gotta feel like you have to do everything. Like if you don't get on base, nobody's gonna get on base. So I think that's what happened to me. And we just when I played with both of those teams, we just come. It was like almost like we've been playing with each other all summer. It was awesome.
Got you, man. That's awesome. Now we just had one of the legends of the game just, you know, pass.
Mhm.
I understand that you was a part of his developmental international, you know, your alumni of
Yeah.
that program for Hank Aaron, man. Tell us a little bit about that, man.
I mean that program, it was amazing. Like I got to learn from ex players and even some dudes that are on their way to being in the league. And it was like awesome being around kids from all over the country and they're just like me trying to like go like and they were all forward, they were all looking for the game, and like everybody there would wanted the best for us, and I got to hear King Griffey Jr. speak at that thing. It was pretty, I
That's
loved it.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I grew up watching King Griffey, probably one of the best swings you'll ever see, big time player. So that has to be motivating for someone like you. Is that fair?
Oh yeah, it was like it was an awesome experience getting to hear and getting to talk to King Griffey Jr. It was amazing, and just like hearing like what he was doing when he was my age, and like getting the experience being around all that greatness. It was humbling and awesome.
Well said. Well said. So, what would you say your overall goal is with this thing? Because baseball is unique in how it moves forward. There's a few different lanes that you can do. You know what I mean? Best case scenario, what would you like to do with this?
I would want to get drafted straight out of high school,
Okay.
but I mean, if I don't, I would want to go to a good college. But the goal is to go straight out of high school and getting to play baseball for as long as I can.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And you have the ability to do that. You know what I mean? Testament to hard work and your skill set, your size and everything. Now, tell me a little bit, how does the strength training part play into this? You know, you are a fit lab athlete. You've done workouts with me and with other type of situations. Does that benefit a young athlete, or it's not that big a deal in your opinion?
Oh yeah, 100%. Everything I do at Fit Lab, it ties into something baseball. If it's not that the running thing, the air running, it's the pulling the sled, working on explosion. Everything I do, strength training, it finds a way to help me on the baseball field.
So you would recommend it if it's within your power, within your means of your budget, to get involved with that to a young athlete.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's gonna make you quicker on your feet. Everything. I would go. I would hit that up.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, whether it's Fit Lab or anything else that's close to you, just depending on where you're at in the country, definitely beneficial. It helps to reduce the risk of injury as well as enhance performance. Now let's talk about this student part, right? Because you are an athlete, but you're also a student. How are you
Yeah.
balancing this, man? What's the grades look like, man? Is it tough to do that?
I mean, it's tough, but you always gotta find time. If it's 2 hours before you go to sleep, just sit down, get your work done. If it's on the way to baseball practice, just bring your book, read something on the way there, and on the way back, you always gotta find for school, time for school. And I have a class during the day where I get to sit down and do a little bit of extra work, and I'll go as soon as I get home. I'll do a little bit of something before I head to lessons or something. So I always got to find time to put that in.
That's beautiful. That's big time. So, student athlete, we got all of these different things going on. You're balancing, you're playing multiple sports, man. Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm having the time of my life right now. It's so fun. Freshman year of high school, I'm just living it up, getting to meet some awesome people. It's been awesome.
How important is that for anybody that's watching, the actual enjoying the moment? Because it seems like every time we're talking, man, you got a smile on your face. When I'm seeing you, man, it's always that same positive energy. How important is that for a young athlete, in your opinion?
Man, I think it's really important because you never know when you can't play again, and you will never know when it's that last time. So you got everything you do, just enjoy it while you can, and just have fun because that's what it is. It's a game. Have fun.
I 100% believe in all of those types of things, man. So we hit a lot of topics today, man. But we're talking about parents and everything like that. So from a parent's perspective, man, you've been around, you got support system. What is it like for them if they're going to get involved with this, especially at the higher select level? Is it going to be a lot of stress on them? You know what I mean? It's a
Oh,
lot of travel, it's a lot of expense. What would you say for them? Because some people don't quite know.
yeah, it's gonna be extremely tough for your parents. They're gonna be stressed out, and to be honest with you, until like you're like my age or higher, it's pretty expensive. Every you got to pay for everything, but it's worth it when like your son's on the field having fun or when he's big time. I mean, it's awesome.
It's an investment. It's an investment, but it can be well worth it at the back end. Just understand that you're investing into your kids, so you want to make sure that you surround them with the best situation possible. Is that fair to say?
Yep, 100%.
All right. So what we gonna do, man? You're a freshman on varsity, man. Like, what's the plan for this, man?
Oh, this season is just all about having fun for me. I just want to go out there, hit some bombs, make
Yeah.
some great plays at first base, and just see how far me and my team can get this season. I'm so excited.
Now, I understand that your little sister is quite the player as well. Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah, she's legit. She's like the she's like me and not me at the same time. This girl, she lay down a bunt, make some diving plays at shortstop, inside the park home runs. She's everything. She got it.
So how fun is that? You know, it's got a nice family dynamic going on, man. Everybody's rocking, man. Is that cool to be a part of too?
Oh yeah, it's so fun at the cages. I hit some, Eva hit some at the, and then going out to see Eva play. Her tournaments is awesome. Like getting to be her big brother and like just seeing her grow, like cause came a long way. It's awesome. Like getting to watch her, it's amazing.
It is amazing, man. I can agree to that, man. I enjoy watching your guys' careers take off. What would you like to say in a nutshell, words of advice for the young athletes coming up, whether they're playing multiple sports or they go into the game of baseball, about being a student athlete from your experience?
Mine was just, I would say, stay focused in school. Like, and if you love what you're doing, train, work hard, and just try to be your best and make sure you're having fun. And just like train if that's what you want to do. Work on it. Be the best.
Beautiful. That's beautiful, man. I think it's super simple, but super effective. I think it's very important for you young athletes, as well as adults, parents, to be honest. Know your strengths, but also really take a look at your areas of development. And that's something you do a great job at. When we're
Yeah.
coming in, I'm talking to you and your mom. What do we need to work on? That's very important, and you take it so that way that becomes a strength as well. So I think that's very important for a young athlete. So for you, man, I celebrate you, man. I'm super proud. I'm proud and thankful and blessed to be a part of your fitness journey, your life journey, man. And
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to seeing really, really big things. No pressure on you. It's just you being you, man. So
Yes,
again,
man.
I'm proud. I'm proud, man. And thank you for this time, dog.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All right, boss, man. Until next time, man. Much love.
Much love.
All right, dude.